Diamond Minds, peace and blessings. It's your girl, Shanae LaJoy. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome. I help people to heal their energy. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel because you are going to love it here. In today's video, we are going to be discussing some of the things that I wish I knew when I started my spiritual journey, because as y'all know, this journey can get a little intense. So I got my notes here. Let's go. Number one is going to be that healing isn't a one-time thing. It is a lifelong journey. And I think that when we embark upon this spiritual journey, we think, okay, I'm going to heal this issue and then I'm going to be healed. And the reality of that is that you just end up uncovering more wounds, and it requires you to go even deeper. And so, I think that is a misconception that a lot of us have, is that, whatever it is that we are trying to heal, whatever trauma it is that we are trying to heal, that once we heal that, then our lives are going to be set and nothing else is going to happen. And that is the furthest from the truth. The reality is it gets very ugly, okay? Very ugly along this journey. And so it is ultimately helping us to embrace every aspect of life and the multi-dimensional beings that we are. So love yourself through the process. Nurture your inner child and your angry teenager through the process, because a lot of times that's who you are really dealing with. Number two is going to be what you are triggered by is what you are being taught. Okay, a lot of us are holding on to things in our subconscious minds that we are not even aware of. And so we will attract certain people and certain experiences into our lives so that they can mirror these aspects of ourselves to us so that we can see it. If you tapped in, you're gonna see it. Me, I make it a practice of anytime I experience something that I don't like, if somebody says something that I don't like, if it's a situation that I encounter that I don't like, I'm always asking myself, how did I attract this situation to me? How did I attract this person to me? Because it is something in me that has pulled them to me or pulled this experience to me. So I think when you begin to operate from that narrative, understanding that life is not just happening to you, and you stop playing the victim and you start digging deeper and asking questions to help you understand why certain things are the way that they are, then you can begin to heal those subconscious patterns that you a lot of times aren't even aware are innately within you, because they're so embedded, they're ingrained into that subconscious. So understand that when things are presented to you that you don't love, that you don't like, that irritates you, whether it's people, experiences, it's all serving as a teacher for you to heal that part of yourself that is attracting that person or that experience to you. Number three is going to be, not everybody is going to understand your journey. And that's just the reality. You are going to lose a lot of people when you really begin to embody your spiritual nature, because some people just don't fit. And you love these people, and it's a lot of times hard for us to let go of these people, these experiences, these things that we have built relationships to. But the reality is not everything or everyone is going to understand your journey. And that's why we have, boundaries. And so you would want to focus on the people that add value to you, who understand, who respect your boundaries. These are the people that stay. The people that fall off, they weren't meant to be there. So let them go with love. Now, I'm always going to say with love and light. It ain't for us to have a way and be triggered by them taking offense to us trying to uphold ourselves through our journey. Don't take it personal. Send them love and light. Wish them well and keep navigating yo-ish, okay? Number 4 is going to be manifestations are more about your energy than your actions. And I think that is something that a lot of us fail to realize when we are trying to manifest something or create something. If your energy is off, if your vibes are off, if you are not in alignment with that thing that you are trying to call in to your experience, then guess what? You are not going to be able to create it, because energetically you are not in alignment with the manifestation. So when those manifestations seems like they're taking forever to come, or they're not materializing, and you're trying to do this and do that, and you going in all these different directions. And I know as a small business owner that I have definitely leaned into this, where I was trying to do and go, and the whole time the universe is just like, no, I need you to sit still and dig up this energy and let it go, so that you can be a vibrational match to what it is you're trying to create. So I would say, if you are having a hard time manifesting some of your deeper desires, then it is going to be a lot of times in relation to your energies being off. And so you definitely want to check yourself and see where you need to adjust your energy so that you can be more of a magnet to what you are trying to call into your experience. I also know that, there is a healthy balance of the masculine and the feminine that we need to embody when we are trying to manifest. I think that a lot of us, we are so programmed in this hustle culture that our society has created, that we feel like we always have to be doing something in order to create the reality that we desire. And the exact opposite is true. When you are really tapped into your spiritual nature and you're meditating and you're praying, the universe is giving you answers, and the universe is downloading information into you. And so a lot of times you will be nudged, go this way, do that, do this. And those are the things that you take action towards. But when something is not happening and you're trying to force it to happen, that just creates resistance, and you're never going to manifest. Number 5, solitude. Now, this is something that I tend to see in a lot of my clients, that they have a hard time sitting with themselves. And I think a lot of times it's because some of those thoughts are just loud, and you trying to distract yourself from the thoughts. Well, a lot of times those are the things that you need to heal. Those are the things that the universe is trying to bring into your awareness for you to heal it, for you to become aware of it, for you to transmute the energy. So enjoy your solitude, connect to yourself. A lot of times, again, We are harboring things and holding things in our consciousness. And because we're so distracted with people, with, the kids, the relationships, the work, all of these things, we're distracted. And so we can't hear what the universe is trying to communicate to us. Me personally, I have come to love and enjoy my solitude. Like, that is my time. Please do not disturb me. I keep my phone on D&D periods throughout the day. I meditate for an hour at least, one part of the day. Sometimes, just depending on the time that I have, I will meditate for longer than that, and it's, again, your preference. There's no wrong way. Follow your spirit. But when you are on this journey, remember to embrace your solitude. Don't be so quick to, have somebody here or be talking on the phone or, just so that you can not sit with yourself in those thoughts, because a lot of times those very thoughts are the things that the universe is trying to help you heal. So embrace your solitude, baby. Embrace it. Number 6, ego deaths. Now, this one for me was a doozy back in 2022. Now, I know that I probably had more ego deaths than this, but this is the one that I remember being the most treacherous, and I just felt like I was running with a resistance band on. I was trying to do all the things to fight against this, and nothing was working. And so I had to literally just embrace where I was and embrace what was happening. And, after 10 months, 10 rigorous months, I finally came through to the other side, and that is where all the magic was waiting for me. And so what I want you to remember is that when you are on this spiritual journey and you are evolving and you're shifting and you're changing and you're transforming into the highest version of yourself, I need you to remember that the things, the people, the experiences, all of the things that you are used to, they have to fall away from you for you to evolve into this higher version of yourself. So a lot of times when that is happening, when you are calling in an identity shift, a lot of times those identity shifts come with ego deaths, because there are certain aspects of yourself that you have to let go of in order for you to shift into this higher level of consciousness that you have been calling in. And so it's not for you to try to resist it, because your spirit is going to try to resist it to keep you safe, because that's what the ego does. It tries to keep you safe. And so you are, trying to fight against something, but the reality is you just need to surrender to it. And that was something that I had to constantly remind myself through that process, because it was very depressing. I'm not a depressed person naturally. Like, usually I keep my vibes pretty high. I do have moments, because I think as humans, we all have moments where we can get depressed. But I definitely am not a person that allows myself to stay there. So I'm usually doing the things that I know to do to talk myself out of being in the energy of depressed. But during that ego death, that was a time, y'all. And, thankfully I'm on the other side, and I am very thankful to have gone through it. And when I reflect on it, I realize that I should have been enjoying that aspect of my journey. But I was just, yeah. So, you know, the ego deaths, they are a part of it. Embrace them, try to surrender. And, you know, that's something, if you are in an ego death or you experience one after you're seeing this video at any point in time, I would say, you know, one of the things that kind of helped me is to just chant, I surrender, because I was literally not trying to surrender. I was trying to fight it. Number 7 is, you are the creator of your reality. As Dolores Cannon taught us, we are here to manipulate energy, to learn how to manipulate energy. And as you heal yourself, as you come into alignment with the highest and best version of yourself, you begin to create a better reality for yourself. You know, again, the experiences that were keeping you stuck and stagnant, those experiences begin to fall away from you. You begin to shed those layers of yourself, and then you ascend into higher timelines. And so, you know, remembering that you are at every point creating. And so learning how to utilize visualizing the reality that you're wanting when your anxious thoughts and your anxious feelings start to try to get the best of you, because, you know, those things are very programmed within the consciousness. And so when those things begin to try to take over, learning how to breathe through them, learning how to talk through them, learning how to control your mind power is going to be a significant key to creating the reality that you are actually desiring. And so, you know, remembering that, you know, no one is coming to save you, that you need to tap into your God consciousness and remember who you are, remember your power, and create the life that you are wanting to experience. That's why scripting is powerful. You know, when people talk about identity shifting, all of these things are helping you to create a reality that you are desiring for yourself. And so, you know, these are some of the things that I wish I knew when I started my spiritual journey back in 2012. And, you know, now that I have made it through and learned how to, you know, navigate, because there's going to be a lot of transformations, a lot of transitions. I'm not even the same version of myself I was a year ago. So you are going to always be evolving when you are on this, when you are tapped into this journey. You're going to be always evolving your consciousness. And so with that being said, let me know in the comments some of the things that you wish you knew when you started your spiritual journey. If you enjoyed this video, give your girl a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like it, love it, share it, and I will see you guys in the next one.